I may have something useful. I didn't know if if I would be prepared to share this on today's call, and I want to at least like ask permission before I go into something I've been theorizing that may be useful, I think, for our listeners. Do you mind if I nerd out for a moment?
I'm 100% sure it will be extremely useful, so go ahead, please.
Okay. Okay. So I've been thinking about what it means to exist in this active state of awareness, specifically in regards to how it addresses these feelings of stuckness. You talked about how you really want to get to that place where you have this natural ease about creation, but there's a lot of stuff in the way, a lot of layers, a lot of shadows, a lot of challenges. And so as we move through our day, no matter how good we're doing, we hit these obstacles and we become stuck. So what I've been doing, a little technical here for a moment. When you're looking at the human design body graph, there's all these lines connecting up all of the centers. And all of these lines, they're known as channels. They exist on sequences of channels known as circuits. So there are all these different circuits. They call them energy families. And these different energy families have specific themes and challenges and gifts that they hold. I don't know that I've ever heard anyone really talking about it this way. So just bear with me. This is coming alive inside of me. We're a little kind of off to the side of human design at this point, but we're using it as a lens. So what I have been playing with is mapping the circuitry to identify what those specific challenges or feelings of stuckness might be based on how any given individual is wired. Okay, and so we run into these different themes. I've written some down. There's the feeling of stuck in melancholy or sadness. There's the feeling of stuckness in emotional or experiential loops, feelings of stuckness in mental knots, feeling of stuckness in relational discord, self-criticism, and all these different ways that we get ourselves tangled up like pretzels. And life is moving beautifully, and then you hit this wall. So what can we do really to serve that moment, right? What can we do to relax the system again? What we're aiming for is an alert relaxation, and we're doing good until we hit a wall. So what's left? So what I've done is I've basically taken each of these different energy families and I've identified what I'm calling, well, what I'm calling right now anyway. I don't know if this is the name or not. I'm calling them body keys because these are, if you're stuck, you're locked, you need to be able to unlock what's happening and regain this flow. So these body keys are all embodied tools that we can kind of lean into. Some of them include the soundscape of your environment, music and silence, activity, some form of physical activity. I'll give you an example for myself. Washing dishes and vacuuming the house, mowing the lawn. These are really mundane activities, but they involve my body and they bring me back into form when I'm stuck. Other examples might be organization, organizing your space or organizing your thoughts. This specifically maps to the logical circuitry. Privacy, that's a big one. There are certain types that require personal space. And touch, this is another really powerful one. Physical touch, specifically nurturing and affectionate touch. So all these different ways that we can engage with our world and actually set ourselves up to engage with our world that help to break the trance. Now I've mapped this and I found on the other side of all of this that there are these beautiful gifts that emerge as we allow ourselves to relax. And so out of melancholy and sadness, you have this deep capacity for creativity. Amazing. What a gift to find on the flip side of that coin, right? And out of self-criticism, there's this gift of gentleness. And out of those emotional and experiential loops that we get caught inside of and can't seem to complete, there is fearlessness. And on it goes. And so we find these ways of mapping individual systems to identify basically a personalized energy medicine for meeting those moments of stuckness. And we're waiting, but we're very active in the waiting as we engage our experience in a way that has nothing whatsoever to do with building a business or fixing anything. It's just about catching our breath.